When a local man got locked out of his house over the weekend, he did what many of us would do.
He pulled out his smartphone, did a quick internet search, and called a locksmith. But that turned out to be a mistake. After he finally got his door unlocked, he contacted our consumer problem solver, Connie Thompson.
Dan and Mary, his door was ajar, but so was his wallet. Because the quote, he says, was confirmed over the phone, almost quadrupled when that locksmith showed up. As Keith Ramsey points out, no one plans to lock their keys in the car or house. Keith's unplanned emergency happened during a downpour. When he went to unlock the front door, he had the wrong keys.
What are we going to do? It's pouring down rain, and we're stuck.
He grabs the smartphone from his back pocket and does a search for locksmiths in Seattle. Thousands are listed. He chose one near the top.
247locksmith.com was the second listing that I saw.
He says he chose 24/7 Seattle Locksmith for the quick response and reasonable price. $15 for the service call, $35 for residential lockout, $50 total. Keith says the locksmith finally showed up an hour later.
And as soon as he stepped out of the car, he said it was going to be $169.
Plus the $15 service fee, $184 instead of $50.
We're standing in the rain, had been out waiting for an hour.
He says the locksmith had the door open in about 60 seconds. The problem solvers have warned about this practice before, even gone undercover to catch what are called rogue locksmiths in the act. It's a nationwide problem. I called the company Keith used. Hello, I need to speak to the owner, please. I had to leave a message and could not get a name. But I discovered the company has an F rating with the Better Business Bureau because of unanswered complaints. And the Seattle address, 5931 Applewood Street, doesn't exist. U.S. Postal Inspector Jeremy Leader was unable to find it in postal records and says the address appears to be fictitious. When Keith challenged the price change and mentioned the state attorney general, the locksmith knocked $50 off the charge. Small consolation and an expensive reminder to find a reputable locksmith before you need one. So again, take some time now to find a reputable locksmith. Visit the business, verify the license, check for complaints. And if you get burned, file complaints with the Attorney General, the Federal Trade Commission, and the BBB. And I am still waiting to hear back from that company, which I found out was in Houston.
Infuriating. Thank you, Connie.
You're welcome.
The state